Look at the tenseness going in on this. Okay. That was perfect. Actually, the music just ended right as the game started. What is going to be that first ban? What is going to be the insta-ban? We'll see if Team NZAAC will ban out Elise for Aluminium, or if they'll do any other targeted bans like Touch Your Kids, Rengar. Oh, sorry, not Touch Your Kids. Actually, I'm thinking of another guy. I'm thinking of Tupac Eclipse. What am I talking about? Yeah. Tupac Eclipse loves going Rengar. Dominating his Rengar. It's going to be a Mumu and Katarina on the opposite side, though. Karma and Kale. Interesting little bands. I'm pretty sure they're all out straight troll bands. Karma, Kale, and Kitten. Everything's starting with K. That's what they're doing. Okay. Sure thing, buddy. And a Mumu and Katarina, the last band's going to be Malphite. Of course, Aluminium played a pretty mean Malphite the other day. But yeah, we are going to move into this game. By the way, hi guys, I am Snowypadre. I do a daily shoutcast and I cover all of the New Zealand League of Legends tournaments, the official ones anyway. If you know of a tournament that you think should be shoutcasted in New Zealand, let them know about me, let them give me a call. I'll do something. I'll think of something. But yeah. Token insta-locking is Darius. I wonder why. Because Darius just sucks, guys. No, Darius, of course, being a very dominant champion right now in League of Legends. Of course, you can insta-lock in a Black Cleaver with him as well, which will just destroy everyone in that top lane. And everyone all around the map as well. Jax potentially being picked out here to verse him. Vi is being picked up as well, so we're going to see some new Vi play and see what people think about in terms of items on her. A lot of people like going Gauntlet on her, but I don't really understand that. I'm not a huge Gauntlet fan. Wrapping that white skin. What you talking about, Purple? I don't know what you're saying. Oh, great. White's for life. We got supremacists on the stream. Getting juked hard. Okay. Yeah, Prince Mara did lock in his Jackson. We are going to see Vi Jungle. Vi Jungle has had a bunch of videos out on YouTube, and it is decently effective. Especially considering her auto attacks do charge up that her E, I think it is, and that's a very, very strong attack. It does a lot of damage on the third hit, just tons of damage. It's ridiculous to see how it goes. Touch Your Kid's going to be logging in as okay. I don't really know what's going on here. I think they're going full 80 Bruiser team, which, believe it or not, was the meta in I think the beginning of Season 1. Or the middle of Season 1. Season 1 being like 3 years to log, so that's what's happened. And effective thinking of going that late game ADC Cogmore, and Numbers Lock is locking in as Swain. Gonna be not jungling as Swain, but keeping the smite on there for now. Just gonna be What is this? He's making us restart, please. Oh, Purple yelling mission aborted. They'll be able to see, dude. They'll be able to see. You'll still crush him. Oh, by the way, I did win a game just before as double jungle. I probably should have recorded that, but that was hilarious. I insta-locked jungle Cho'Gath, and then another guy called jungle and was like, brr, I called jungle. No, I shouldn't insta-lock. But still, he went jungle as well. We actually shared the jungle pretty well, and we completely shut down their Warwick jungle. So it was kind of funny. And ended up working. I have no idea why that happened. Aluminium gonna go for a Teemo. Oh yeah, look at that tanky Teemo. Oh yeah. Firaxel is going to lock in as Kha'Zix. I'm surprised that we didn't see a Kha'Zix Rengar combo coming out from Team Jeremy Kyle show. I don't know what happened there. I'm Mr. Pro, of course. Last pick is going to be forced into that support role. And he does go in as Blitzcrank, of course. Blitzcrank not banned at all. Neither was Darius, neither was Rengar or Kha'Zix. I do actually think Kha'Zix has far more burst than Rengar. But he is, of course, far less tanky. He's got a little bit more maneuverability in some cases, but not in bush cases. Cows. Yeah, that trash talk on the stream. What you talking about, Token? Yeah, I know it's you. Oh, I Mr. Pro might actually lock in as Nunu, which is an interesting combo with Cogmore. Considering Cogmore does have a great range, it is cool to see him pop out a lot of hits with Nunu's Blood Boil, but I would have expected to see a Blitzcrank, just because Blitzcrank's so devastating in team fights. We'll see what Mr. Pro thinks, though. Guys, please do go and spread the stream if you can. Pop it up on all of your home computers. Get your mates to tune in on this shit. It is going to be the Jeremy Kyle Show versus NZ Asian Aesthetics crew. NZAAC going to be on the purple team, and it is JKS over on the blue team. Gangplank, Hecarim, Kha'Zix, and also got Panther Darius as well for Team Blue. That tank explosion. Apparently the room that I created was Snowypadre's Dale shoutcast. The fuck? Yeah, we'll see how Jax goes up against Darius. Jax does have a pretty difficult time against Darius, but if he does pop enough stuns, he can keep him away from CS and semi-control the lane, but I still think he's pretty much dominated. He does pretty well jumping on him and whacking him in the face with his Q, mainly because Darius's Q does do less damage the closer the opponent is, so yeah. We'll see if he realizes that in lane, and if he uses that to its best extent. Jujutsu Boy again are going to be jungling with that Vi. Hecarim jungle is a semi-popular jungle these days. He's very quick. He's very devastating to get, very quick to get in the lane, and very devastating when he does. I'm still not a huge fan though. He just, I don't know. It feels like Skarner without the ultimate, just because he can spam his Q. Oh, day long. Thinking of who's going to be the ADC. Who's going to be in that bot lane? Sorry, who's going to be? Yeah, they'll actually have to share a decent amount of CS over on blue team, unless they do decide to invade the jungle quite a lot, because they are that massive bruiser melee combo. Everyone melee except for Gangplank, who can choose to be melee or not because he's that kind of boss. I'm thinking it's going to be Kha'Zix and Darius at top, but they may want to split Kha'Zix and Darius off, because Kha'Zix and Darius, I think, do a little bit more damage than Pantheon and Gangplank, unless you go crit Gangplank. I don't think Atmogs is popular on Gangplank anymore. Do not think so. But it'll be cool to see who they decide to split the damage up against and who they decide to give the CS to, because that will define, of course, who does the most damage in their teams if they've got to share those lanes. Who's going to be going mid, though? Who will be going mid? I'm pretty sure it's going to be Gangplank. But it also could be Kha'Zix. Kha'Zix is actually a standard mid, believe it or not. And he's really, really bursty and really, really powerful, especially if he destroys your minion line and he gets Taste Their Fear procs off on you. It's very, very dangerous. Of course, he will be versing up against Swain. Swain a little bit squishy, but he's decent at getting his health back once he hits 6. And his Decrepify does deal significant amount of damage and keeps the enemy away. So it's very utility based, and it's very helpful in lane. Especially against someone like Kha'Zix, who needs to get Taste Their Fear off, but he can just jump to Swain. So, yeah, again, we'll see who decides to go up against Swain in that mid lane. I'm thinking bot could have a little bit of trouble. It's either going to be very dominant or very, very... Actually, no. It's just going to be one-sided either way, I'm sure. And we'll see if the meta can be broken, guys. This is a sort of meta-breaking game. Having those 580 tanky characters on blue team. Oh, we'll see if they can pick up against the true meta on purple team, where they do have a designated 80 tanky jungle, 80 tanky top, and they've got that AP carry mid. And Cogmore being that very, very late game ADC, we'll see if he picks up quick enough to deal enough damage to these tanky characters. Of course, he will if he gets the chance. Gotta go back to that person at home. Rah. As the game loads up, I can't show any pretty pictures or anything like that. Oh dear. Ooh, client is not responding. Yeah, you are. You will respond when I tell you to respond, client. Need to get a better computer. No. So do not. i7 2600K processor. You can't process this. It is going to be Toy Soldier Gangplank. We got Hecarim as well. There with no skin at all. Lame. Nah. Mega Kha'Zix. Oh, wicked skin. It's going to be Lion Dance Kog'Maw, so you know he's good. Lion Dance Kog'Maw, of course, the only skinned player on his team. Herder. No skins on that. Vi. Didn't pick it up with RP. Pantheon skins are pretty popular these days. I just picked up Nightmare Cho'Gath. Looks beastly as hell, even though it doesn't change anything. It is a really cool looking skin. Hey, these guys are actually pretty quick at loading. Of course, Token lagging like a bitch. Sitting at 333 ping. What are you doing, Token? What are you doing? Oh, there we go. He stopped downloading them prawns. Oh, let me just reposition a few things there. Awesome. There you go. Hey guys, I'm Snowypadre. Welcome to the stream. We are doing a daily team shoutcast with Jeremy Carl Show over on the blue team, and it is going to be NZ Asian Aesthetics crew over on the purple team, which is actually the red team. I need to stop saying purple team. I've finally switched to colorblind mode because I know everybody sort of likes that, and blue and red makes sense. A lot more sense than blue and purple. Than blue and Morgana Shield that you can't see. What do you know? It does look like blue team is a hell of a lot faster than purple team. Red team! Red team picking this up. And starting out that game, they do have 2 support mastery designated champions. As soon as I know what the lane compositions are, I will reposition them, but right now I have no idea. The 2 junglers will go together, of course. ADC is second to last, and then it's the support, and it does look like Darius and Pantheon bot. Kha'Zix is going to go mid, and actually Gangplank is going top. Not the tankiest, but he is decent for range damage and for controlling lane. Like, he's good for survivability and staying on top, even when you're beating him down. Well, let me just switch over into the in-game screen so you can get a bigger picture of the game. NZAAC is grouping up, but it does look like they've split up a little bit now. Vi going down the bottom, and Prince Maraf just sort of sitting up here. That won't give him any sight for invasion, though, so I'm not sure what his positioning decisions are on that one. It is going to be Machete 5 health pots for each of the teams. Has Vi already got her first ability? I want to see what this Vi goes for. She does go for Excessive Force. I thought she was going to start with Denting Blows, but she starts with Excessive Force, which is the on-hit that deals AoE damage to enemies behind it as well. There we go, starts it with that massive Denting Force. It actually has a decent range and spread, a little bit like Cho'Gath's autos with his E. It's pretty good. Really quick jungle starting out from Hecarim, but it is going to be just the same from Vi. No jumps going up just yet. An early ward headed out by Pantheon. Pantheon going to be that resident support. Gangplank going a little bit supporty, but mainly sustain in that top lane. Kog'Maw and Swain are actually starting. Sorry, Kog'Maw and Jax are actually starting out with cloth armor to deal with the excessive AD coming out from blue team. That is a decent tactic that you would want to go with, but these days Crystalline Flask is a little bit more popular than starting out directly with cloth armor. So we'll see how that goes for them, and considering Kog'Maw does have such a massive range, he shouldn't be in too much trouble early in the game. Early work going out from I'm Mr. Pro from that Nunu, trying to keep control of their lane. They're going to touch your kids. We'll be using that brush a little bit. In goes the apprehend, and it does look like a lot of damage going out on ineffective. Cloth armor did him a little bit of good as he won't be pushed completely out of lane at the beginning of the game. He does pot up. He is looking to stay in lane, sustaining, get a bit more CS. Braxel not doing nearly as many jumps on Swain as he could have, but look at that trade-off that he has. His jumps have not been doing too well. I don't think he has actually been jumping on Numbers-Lock at all, but Numbers-Lock has been keeping him back and doing a considerable amount of damage, forcing him to pop a bunch of his health pots. Sorry, just one of his health pots. Let me get those 2 mids lined up for you. Jujutsu Boy just finishing off that red jungle, and Hecarim has been forced to go back. I think he did go for raids, and then columns and back. red buff is still there. Ineffective, getting jumped on entirely. Touch Kid's going in for the flash and the auto attack, but he has been slowed. He does get a Q off. He manages to get the first blood with Nunu actually following up from behind. I thought Cogmore did get that, but Nunu does manage to get that second kill. With Touch Kids getting that first blood, that is interesting considering he is going for the more supporty way for the team. CS is all going to Darius at the moment. Pantheon does manage to get boots though, and they do have that stun from him down at bot. Apprehend going into a Q does well for Token to put enough aggression down on Iron Pro. Of course, Iron Pro does, as Nunu, have his consumed, so I'm pretty sure he's going to be fine staying in lane for as long as he wants. Good jumps going down from Prince Marif. He's actually flashing in to try and get another hit off down on Perkle, but it's not going to do him any good. That Ignite not doing enough damage to warrant a flash into a couple of auto attacks. Going to be escaping that. Vi's already finished off her Martin's Rage. Is going to be jungling extremely quickly. I'm not sure what she will main on her character. She's already managed to get all of her abilities. And she will, I believe, level off this minion camp. There it goes. And she does level up Denting Blow. Sorry, Excessive Force. So she's still going for that AoE destruction in the jungle. Doran's Blades on the 2 carries down at bot. Not necessarily an AD carry in Darius's position, but potentially, if you want to call it that. Who knows? Kha'Zix has been forced to pop one more health pot than Swain, so he's dealing enough damage to keep Swain in check in lane. But Swain, Swain has been dealing enough damage to Kha'Zix to keep him in check in lane. But Kha'Zix still has been getting enough CS to warrant him taking that much down in lane anyway. Ineffective is sitting at 16, with Darius at 17. Once he hits 6, he will be able to completely destroy Ineffective. In comes 5 with the gang. She does manage to get the initiation off on Touch Kids, but Touch Kids' speed is insane. The Ice Blast actually went down on Darius, who flashed out of there, keeping him safe, and Panther's flash already went down because he did use it at the turret to try and pick up that kill on Ineffective. His exhaust barely keeping him safe there though. I'm thinking Mr. Pro may have gotten his Ice Blast back quick enough. Touch Kids and Token having complete control over bot lane, so this is working decently well for them. Good jump going down from Prince Marif up at top lane. He is pushing Gangplank back a lot, but Mr. Pro caught out entirely. We're lucky that Token is not level 6 yet. That would have been a dunk for him. Swain starting on a Catalyst. Let's see what Perkle's sitting at. Look at that. Look at that info. I know what buttons give you the right info. I know what you want to see. His crit chance sitting at 0% for Token. What is it sitting at for Gangplank? Ah, maybe don't show me. Crit chance sitting at 0% for Gangplank, so it's not Crit Runes Gangplank. Prince Marif coming in, not loading his stun up to jump on Perkle, but Jujutsu Boy going to stay in lane for a little bit. It does look like the minion push is working in Gangplank's favor at the moment, so Vi does have an opportunity here. She is going to wait to see if she can maintain one. And she goes, starting out with that initiate with a Q. Going to deal a little bit of excessive force damage as well. Hikarim's coming in to see if he can change the odds. This may just be a 2-for-1 or 2-for-0 in favor to Team Blue. Omnium taking a decent amount of damage, and it is going to be a 2-for-0 in Team Blue. 3-1. Considering that first blood did go to Pantheon and that bot lane is so dominant, it does look like Blue is picking up where they left off. Still only that 1 kill for Team Red for Nunu. So still the Bruiser combo working really, really well for Team Blue. 9.7k in farm, so they are 2k over in farm already. Look at that poke that Touch Kids and Token can dish out. So it is great. Touch Kids can throw out a Q whenever he wants to, whenever he's in range, which is actually a considerable amount of times, considering an effective does have a decent amount of range. And Token gets off an Apprehend every now and then, which does give them a lot of damage considering his Q can hit multiple targets. Flask is actually on Vi as well, so she's sustaining the jungle with the Flask guys. Check out what they're doing with Vi. This could be your ticket into OP jungle in 2013. Herder. Double Lawrence now for both of the ADCs, or what I want to call ADCs anyway. And it's double Avarice is out, double Longsword out for Kazakh, so he's going to start off a, he's going to start off a Black Cleaver as soon as he can. Purple and Prince Marif are actually going at it 1v1, seeing who can do the most damage. Prince Marif did pop his ult, which would have given them the edge overall in the battle, but Gangplank doing the right move to back out there. Excessive Force from the Boy doing a lot of damage to Token. He is going to be the first to go down. Doesn't manage to get the ult off. They do stop his ult. It is a 1-for-1 down at Mod. Nunu and Cog, Vi and Cog getting taken down there. Nunu, the sole survivor, but he's not going to be surviving for long. The turret damage is getting taken on Touch Your Kids, and he did get a block up there, but that's not going to be enough for him to escape. He's gone down as well. So a 2-for-2. A 2-for-3 overall. And yeah, Pantheon, damn creep blocks. Not going to let him escape. Move speed already purchased on Hikarum. He's grabbed those move speed boots. Damn boots and mobilities. And Ninja Tabi is finished on both of the top characters. With Jax now moving into a crystalline flask of his own, and you can see how his jumps and his sustain is going way outside of Gangplank's. He's actually doing pretty damn well in lane versus him. Oh, barely getting out of that grab. Lominium survives that. Would have taken a lot more damage from Swain. Hikarum is actually moving right into Vi's jungle, but Vi's going to miss this, I believe. Swain does call that it happened, though, and he might be able to get a snare off. Cog goes down at bot to Darius. By the way, Darius actually burning his ult to grab that, not managing to refresh it on the kill. So there's down for now. Numbers Lock is getting a lot of damage on him, and it's not like he's going to get any help from Vi. That would have been a 2-for-0 if she did jump in. She would not have done anything to get another kill there, I believe. Seeing as Gangplank did come in and try to help, he would have been there if need be. The Catalyst is finished on Swain, with the Brutalizer finished on Kazakh's. Token barely getting away there. I'm loving Panth. Really good blocks. I love the crap out of the fact that he can just block turret damage. Murder, no damage taken. It's not going to be boots out for Vi yet. She is pretty okay with that, considering she can initiate with her Q. So if you're looking to get boots on Vi, look to postpone them if you can. If you're doing okay with your Q to initiate into ganks in lane when you're doing jungle Vi. Longsword started on Darius, probably going for a Black Cleaver. He did finish off his Ninja Tabi. Not going to be taking much damage from Cogmore. I'm thinking Pantheon is going for an Avarice Blade as well. Got those Brawler's gloves and the Longsword on him. Oh, it is Ruby Sightstone finished on Nunu as well. Wow. Just reposition the stuff here. And Gangplank, of course, with his Avarice Blade and his Zeal, is looking to crit up on his Qs. On his parlays. All the pings going out. I'm Pro keeping Viraxel in his place, but look at that damage trade. Of course, I'm Pro is the support. He's going to get jumped off. Taste the Fear is pretty much active on him. In comes Nunu. In comes Cog and Numbers Lock. Viraxel could get the kill on I'm Pro. He does manage to do it. Manages to burst him down while in top lane. Prince Maraf does jump on Purple for a considerable amount of damage, but Purple is starting to return a lot better. It's an interesting change at the top lane, because initially it was Purple doing so much damage to Prince Maraf. Prince Maraf returned that in the mid game, in that mid early game, and now into the mid game, Gangplank is coming back. So what did that ranged attack from? God, it was Void Spike. So the Void Spike picked up the kill for him. And he is sitting 3-0. So he's pretty damn fed. Nunu is the fed one over on Team NZAAC. He's getting no damn kill. OP support time for them. Swain looking like he's focusing on a Ninja Tabi. Does a paw come out? Pause does go out. Ben apparently DC'd. Token has quit the game. He's scared. There we go. He's back in. He didn't die, did he? I don't think so. He's fine. Looks like Hikarum is actually starting on his Trinity Force. He won't be too far away from that once it hits 20 minutes. Overall, in terms of CS, ADC for Blue Team is doing far better than ADC over on NZAAC. For the junglers, Hikarum's actually doing substantially better than Vi. If you guys do notice some of the jungle differences when you look at games, the jungle differences mean a lot more than the, have a lot more than the ADCs. If it's, usually in ADCs it's 20 or 30 that makes a big difference. For jungles, it's roughly 10 to 15 where you start seeing the difference, but it's also dependent on how much they gank and what they actually do with their time in the game. 9-3 now as it stands, going way in the tanky team's favor. That Team Jeremy Carl show. Down goes Prince Mara, just barely. Kha'Zix is going to be able to pick up that kill. He does have excessive burst. Lominium actually managed to escape. The Ignite went down on him, but did not manage to kill him. Numberslot coming in to see if he can do enough damage, but Veraxel and Perkle together deal way too much. They could easily turret dive this if they wanted to, but they're not going to risk being led around the turret. Looks like Veraxel could jump in and deal a significant amount of damage. I don't think his jump is up. Yes, it is. Never mind about that. His jump was up, but he didn't want to take that risk. He is now free roaming in their jungle now, and they may be able to take down that mid turret. All of their minions are there, and Veraxel will be taking out this minion line to make sure that that they can attack this turret for longer, and that mid turret will go down. They will go into that jungle. They will take control of what Vi has left for herself, which, to be honest, isn't much. She is sitting on 1 assist, but if her jungle is taken away, that is it. The changes to the jungle make it way more useful to stay in the jungle, and if you get shut down, it gives you those chances. Yes, it is just one game. First Dragon potentially going to Jeremy Kyle show. Will NZAAC see this and initiate on it? No, they don't. They do ward it out, though. And there are 4 of them there. No, there's 3 of them. Learning to count. There are 3 of them there, but they did not initiate on that Tinky combo. I'm pretty sure Darius would have just apprehended them, and they would have been left right in the middle of Hikarum. He could have queued them to death. They are moving into the enemy's jungle over. Veraxel trying to steal that red, doesn't manage to. The upper hand actually going down on Token. Sorry, Token is the upper hand. Upper hand actually going down on every single member of Team NZAAC. I'm Pro thinking he might chase this out, but no, it's not going to be enough for him to ult, as Darius does get his ult off in return. Number's going to get taken out pretty easily as the chase goes on.